Alrighty, what is up, my peeps? Hi! Hello, everyone! Obviously running a little late today. Looks like this needs to tilt down slightly. That looks slightly closer. Oh! It's National Engineer Week. Oh, that's fun! Thank you for the happy National Engineer Week. And happy National Engineer Week to everybody else out there. That's fun. Didn't know we had a week. I have wine today because I saw my tiny little glass and said, that looks fun. So, we got wine. No, it's not like... I know sometimes I have wine when I'm stressed. This is not stress wine. This is just wine. Oh, because it's National Engineer Week. Exactly. Boom. Perfect. If this is National Engineer Wine Week wine. But anywho, I did. Ooh, yeah. Wait, what is this? This link. Ooh, M4. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Bleep bloop bleep bleep bloop beep bloop 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 bloop. Fun. Engineers Week. Hey, there's Girl Day. Oh, that's fun. Kind of want to look at this more. I'm going to keep that tab open for after my stream because I think that's interesting and I'd like to look at it more. Who is this cool kid with the jacket? I know, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I like this jacket. It was a friend's. It was a hand-me-down from a friend because they didn't want it anymore. And I was like, heck yeah, I'll keep that jacket. That jacket's awesome. Lego D&D set? No! Wow. Oh, that's amazing. That's very exciting. Speaking of exciting, I have my first... So, if you remember a little while ago, I mentioned that I'm doing that TTRPG called Tea Time Adventures, where it's like D&D, but without any violence. I will be starting that campaign on Saturday, and I am entirely not prepared, but I figured I wouldn't truly be a GM if I were prepared, you know what I mean? Ooh, Tease's Dungeons & Dragons collab. Ooh, a $360 set. Oh, I hope it's a Johannes cube, but it's probably not actually. Yeah, because that's just the tease. Man, that's an expensive set, though. Whatever, Oh, wait, so these are... Oh, so this is it. They, like, show you what it is. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Wow, yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. I love how more people are more excited for the minifigures than the set. That's awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's really cool. I'm excited. So yeah, I was like, okay, I think today is Borderlands 2. And then I got home kind of late. I guess I could technically do some more side quests of Borderlands 1, but since we missed our Ace Attorney for the subathon, I figured, like, minifigs are always where it's at. Oh, obviously. But yeah, I figured since we didn't get to do Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney this week because I was doing my subathon, which, by the way, thank you everyone who participated in the Streamiversary subathon. It was wonderful. I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time. And I did get enough sleep that night. So That's all good. I feel like I'm mostly recovered. So that's good. But yeah. Let's get into it. I don't really have any like announcements coming up other than the whole like Tea Time Adventures thing, which I'm sure I will. Oh, I guess my one little announcement is if you've been following my like social medias, you know I've been doing that like show your work challenge thing. No new Ari video? Not yet. I know it's really slow and I'm trying, but it's just so slow. But for those of you who follow my social medias, you know I've been doing that show your work challenge based on the book of that same title. And that did kind of get derailed a little bit with the proposal, but I am going to bring it back. I meant to bring it back on Sunday, but then I forgot about the fact that I was going to be streaming for 18 hours. So it is coming back. Yeah, it is coming back. Just, I don't know. It's coming back. I will do it. It is happening. It's still happening. I remember when you said after the last video it would go quicker. Yeah, me too. Ah, those were the good old days, weren't they? All right, let's get playing this game. Which, speaking of which, I was planning on doing a bit of editing tonight, so I always see these little hairs. I think this is so funny. I have like little baby hairs that just like to like hang out right there. I think they're very funny. But yeah, so you guys can't be mad at me if I have a short stream because I'll be editing. Okay. Where even are we in this game? Oh yeah, the samurai case. The samurai case I've been absolutely failing in. I love this music. It is so classic Nintendo. Sorry, I wanted to turn down the sound a little bit. I feel like it was a little loud, but let me know if I misjudged. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya? So, what happened? Yeah, what did happen? Let's revisit. Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Do we? All I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Okay, wait, what's our... Who did it? Oh, somebody in the... Wait. But he said he was pretty sure we knew. So we know it's somebody in the trailer van, because what we just learned is essentially that he's actually in... It's hard to remember exactly what happened, but what I do remember is that we essentially figured out that, because we originally thought everybody who was having that executives meeting was innocent because they couldn't have been at the scene of the crime. But what we learned is essentially that was the scene of the crime. So it's like one of those people, whether it's the director or the executive, but one of those people. All right, let's talk to Maya. Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Oh, obviously. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP, Powers, right. Okay. Let's move. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really worried him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yeah, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. All right, let's talk to him. Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. I don't know. You can't bring up hearsay you can't bring up hearsay in a trial, but I feel like telling your lawyers some hearsay so they can like maybe figure out what happened is not a bad idea. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. Rumors can be vetted. This is true. But he just... Oh, wait. I forgot that I moved my video slightly. Okay. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? All right, I have a theory. I have a theory that him and Vasquez are sleeping together, and Salmonella is the murderer because he was jealous. Although I originally thought that the murderer was going to be somebody trying to kill Will Powers, because he was in the Steel Samurai costume, so somebody who's trying to kill the Steel Samurai. So that's kind of my theory at the moment. I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Either that or it's like a blackmail type thing. Could be a blackmail type thing. Old bag. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Director Manila. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it does not, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. Ugh, I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you'll drag the star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Oh, yeah. Oh, Maya. So innocent. I don't think we have anything. Yeah. Let's just keep on moving. I want to go to the employee area first. Granny needs some meds. Yeah, for sure. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! No touching! Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean I almost had a heart attack. I guess I could be a little dramatic. Oh, dramatic. That's not how you spell dramatic. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic Q indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. The plate. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. All right, found an employee area on it, traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. Well, what do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. What about Mr. Edgeworth? How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, that bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to court record. Found on the employee table in the employee area. Bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Alright. Let's do it. Okay. You got some news? News is fun. What's your... You're going to prison tomorrow. I feel like we need some elaboration here. For a delivery. Oh, that's actually very sweet. That is very sweet, actually. I'm glad I saw that, because you know how I have this, like, uncanny knack for reading messages out of order? That was a good one to not read out of order. So, no new silver bracelets. My favorite. They've seen wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, I'd just kick it off again. That poor assistant. Unless it all goes wrong, I mean, fair. The remains of the employee's lunch. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. Okay. Let's go into the dressing room. See if there's any new stuff in there. Oh! Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of Steel Samurai. What? No! If it does, don't forget to beat us the biggest guy on the first day. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez that producer had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. Okay, so it is blackmail, not an affair. That's fair. He'd do anything, she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that the trailer part of the film set, too, then? I did not read that sentence correctly, but I think you got the gist. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. I also hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios has decided. The studio policy. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. Yeah, I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Oh, it's Samurai Scrapbook. And this is? A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I could tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, somebody died. And it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Yeah, that's not gonna work super well, but... Powers bag. I'll put all of WP's personal belongings in there. He'll be able to come pick them up, right? I'm sure he'll come, yes. There's a box for snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. It's completely empty. I can feel my eyes burning into the back of my neck. All right. Let's go to the other side of the area. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. Anything new? 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Uh-oh. He pushed a button. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols? Nichols? Nichols. Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnapper! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish, or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume. I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. This one. I mean, technically it's like both of these, but I think this one's the more... Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof he used those pills on Powers? Right here, missy. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping powder on the plate. Gotcha, old bag. I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win, I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. Oh, well, that's a big development. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Miss Oldbag? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell into the flower box fence. Wow, what a gruesome way to die. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel like talking much about it. I understand. 5 years old photo added to the court. All right, now let's go over and check it out. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume, then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why?
It's like my sock fell off.
Well, I don't know. Why do you think? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Probably. Oh, there she is. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? 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 Maya, you should at least try to be polite. She's pretty epic. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Yeah, we're probably not going to get anything out of her, but I'm going to try. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it? Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Feyblade speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves? Oh, dear. Alright. Not too surprising. Let's do some examining. Boop-a-doop. That's where the murder happened. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Oh. We couldn't make the connection yet. Okay. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she's still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. Hi! I've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend that much money on these sets. This is where they had that meeting. Nothing in here that could be a clue, just some paper cups and crumpled documents. If the glass is frosted, I can't see outside. What happens if I present this photo to her? She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside that trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. All right, let's go inside the trailer too. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for a petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident? How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? A murder! No, no way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That's what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo to the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys? Oh. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! You're old enough after that. Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe? Thank you. I was really scared. Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? Vasquez.
Save.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact in Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss De Vasquez to the stand. Miss De Vasquez is the producer who was present at the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? De Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I just like needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. All right, the day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later. When we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppled over. All right, use this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is a final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Even the judge is asking? Yeah. Okay, let me review what I have. Okay. Dragging a leg. Murder weapon, broken and mended. Blocked the path from 2:15 to 4. Found on the table in the employee area. Okay. Just gonna press. I don't know exactly where it is. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Urgh. There was to be rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4. The rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think. Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What? Oh, she already explained this. It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. He hit his desk. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops! It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. Wait, is there evidence she didn't eat it? Enter the trailer. Oh no. Ha! Okay, I pressed on everything. Drive to Studio 1 after meeting in the trailer. My only thing is, like, the van was still in Studio 2. Oof, am I missing something? Oh, you think you know? Oh no, am I missing something? Meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. Very obvious. No, what am I missing? Oh no. Oh no, what am I missing? Okay, I haven't messed anything up yet, so I think I'm gonna go with this. Like, this is my only thought so far, is that they couldn't have taken the van, because the van was still in Studio 1, or Studio 2. This totally isn't it, but I don't have a better idea, so I'm just gonna do it. It's not it. It's evidence, yep, nope. No. 15-minute break in the meeting. 8 T-bone steaks. 2:30, took a 15-minute long break. The only other thing I can think of is like at 2:15 this thing fell. It fell due to high winds. Oh my gosh. X-Dragon, can you give me a hint? You say it's obvious and I'm not seeing it. Which means? I don't know. Look at her testimony in the Times. Took a 15-minute break in the meeting at 2:30. Time of death was 2:30. Blocked the path between 2:15 and 4. I mean, but they ate the T-bone steaks. How the... She's taking the van anywhere. Well, but that's not contradicted, though. There was B rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. That's not contradicting, because they said that she went sometime between 4 and 5. That's what they said. They went sometime between 4 and 5, and it was cleared by 4. So that's not a contradiction. Because when I pressed on this one, I think, he was like, when did you go? And she's like, I don't remember. And he's like, and then Edgeworth is like, you know, the meeting ended at 4, the rehearsal was at 5, so sometime between 4 and 5. In which case, the head was not blocking the path. So, like, that's not a contradiction. You guys see what I mean, though, right? Like, that's not a contradiction. Ugh. It's the best idea so far, though. I pushed everything. I'm pretty sure I pushed everything. Do you have someone who can verify? Oh, this is the one about verifying. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. What was the steak on? A plate? I'm almost wondering if I missed a piece of evidence at the site. What was special about the plate? I don't know, it was like 2 weeks ago. I didn't think there was anything special about the plate. Oh, it won't let me find. Read what? Well, no, that's the wrong plate. That's Jack Hammer's plate. What? Took a 15-minute break in the meeting. 8 T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. I mean, because that wasn't her steak. That was Will Powers' steak. It was Will Powers! Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. There's more than one T-bone steak! I don't get what the contradiction is. There were 4 steaks, one for Will Powers, one for Jack Hammer, one for this lady, and one for the other guy. There were 4 separate plates with 4 separate steaks. 2 of them were in the employee area. 2 of them were in Studio 2, and we know nothing about the plates in Studio 2. But only 2 people ate steaks? Only 2 people ate steaks in Studio 2. Okay, I'll just present it. As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Medella ate at the table outside the trailer. Oh, because there were no bones left? Hi, Cass. How you doing? So the thing we were supposed to find is that there were no bones. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I was looking at the wrong thing. That is fair. There were no... The plates were bare. I guess I just had to remember that. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know. You didn't eat the steak, or you ate a boneless steak, but I'm just gonna say you didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Murdering! Meeting a Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. Oh, the game is really quiet. That is fair. I turned it down because I thought it was too loud. I was wrong. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes? Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let's have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day. Good luck, Nick. Oh, I'm so screwed. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? Okay. Yeah, because she did see somebody get murdered on the fence post. I think you have had a great deal of difficulty using that weapon. Pretty much anyone would. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. You can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon? I mean, I can prove that this could have been used as the murder weapon. Okay, well, technically... Yeah, okay, well, that was what I was gonna say, is, like, it's been mended with duct tape. Like, I think trying to use it as a murder weapon would have broke it again, most likely. So let's present that. The so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now, tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one who's testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you! Robble, 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 robble. I would like to... Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the murder weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Defense! Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of those stairs. Rabble, 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 rabble. Order, order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is all this about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photograph of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago happened again. Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs and onto the fence. just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio One, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio One and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio One and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Sometimes I forget there aren't voices in the game and it's all funny. Aw, adorable. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. The car and her... What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance, a car! And there was a way for her to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. The car! Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio One, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio One, and then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Ooh, okay, this is a good question. Did he know or did he not know? I feel like he also knew because of the whole stake thing. He isn't that dumb. Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done all that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. And they probably burned it in that small incinerator. Along with the stakes! Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Me? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? That is true. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. Ugh, what do I do now? Can I get the proof? Maybe I can get something in your testimony. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. That's the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said it all. All there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of witness Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, verily I say. Ergo, I want her to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth. Edgeworth is amazing and we love him? Okay. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers and saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes, and then I went home. I see. No issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Alright, let's push everything. I was with Sal and Oldbag when the security lady when we found the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Minnell arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Press harder! Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not say I was not stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen what people are saying, boy. Ugh, the witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? Certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Always press harder! Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him at the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm not really fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Why didn't you bring them in the first place? Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. What? Why? There was a murder, after all. Wait, you wouldn't have known there was a murder. What? Oh, yeah. What? What? No! Wait, that was a contradiction, but we don't have any. But I don't have like a piece of evidence to show it was a contradiction. Oh, he figured it out. There we go. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Yeah, Phoenix, give it the program. Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Yeah, you messed up, lady. Order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of cohort is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know he was injured? How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Did Sal know? You have to find something to peg this on her here. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe you, Nick. Go get him. Wait, but present what? Like, we don't have an actual piece of, like... So I would find something contradictory there. Yeah. Like, Sal shouldn't know. This photo? Because we really need the, like... Yeah, this one? Yeah, I'm a little confused because I'm pretty sure Sal wouldn't have known. There were only 3 people that knew. It was at 2? Yeah. But doesn't... How would they know of the injury? Well, if you walked by, maybe they would know. Assistant was there. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Yeah, so okay, there's definitely a contradiction. Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Yeah, I mean, I guess we have to present something here. Like, where else would it go? Yeah, let's just do it. I don't know. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. Oh, Hammer. Oh, she made a mistake. Oh, I'm dumb. She said the wrong thing. Okay. Yep, no, I'm dumb. Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Okay, I see. I see. Yeah, no, that was a slip up on my part. I see. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through that morning. Oh, he was? He would have known it was Mr. Powers who's injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have had to be after he put the Steel Samurai costume, and then went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly! Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Robble, 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 robble. You thought it was a time thing? Okay, so we were both wrong. Order, I will have order. Witness, can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Ugh. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Because they don't want to go to jail. Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death, nothing. Yes, she would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? I mean, I gotta say I can prove it. Okay, I don't know what it is yet. I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Ms. Vasquez's motive in this murder. This is my only thought. But honestly, I think she thought it was Powers. I don't know. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With De Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial, it began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, De Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day in Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer that who had killed De Vasquez and not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder. It was an accident? I thought she thought it was Will Powers. Yeah, same answer. That's true. She has no yeah, you're right. She has no motive to kill Hammer, so she had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's this now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. And Miss Vasquez did push. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? Oh, self-defense. That works too. It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. And then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Why is she so mad? That's a self-defense charge. That's manslaughter, not murder. It's much better. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel, don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! I don't know who's talking, so I can't do the voices. Please don't die. Please. I think that was a talk between Dee and Sal. Bud, hello. Thank you for the subscription. I am doing quite well. Welcome in. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Yay! How's your week been? Very nice. Well, self-defense, she did try to cover it up repeatedly. That is fair. That is fair. The judge does have a big poofy beard, doesn't he? It's very nice. That is all. This court is adjourned. Adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. I now know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Wait, do I have evidence? I think because he's the photo, you think? I was gonna say the book, the scrapbook, to show that people, like, love him so much. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... I mean, I think it's more likely he just didn't want to get caught, so he had to put the blame on somebody. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids love the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. This photo of the Steel Samurai, it's the same answer. That's fair. I'm just glad it's over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Oh, is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Oh. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vacuas would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you, I'm Powers. Ugh, Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddened with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings. Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Alright, bye! Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if! They're rivals. Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that the accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant! Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? The lead? In Pink Princess? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. But you can't stay long, you're extremely exhausted. That is all right. Interesting. A brand new episode has been added. Wow. Crazy. Thank you. So, what? I will wait to start this one if you're ending soon. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I know I haven't been going that long, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe I'll switch to something else for the last few minutes. Okay, well, we're getting the intro, apparently, because I can't switch. Ooh, revenge story. Wah. Merry Christmas. Edgeworth? He looks surprised that he just shot a guy. Alright, I'm just gonna go to the title screen without saving so we can get the intro again next time. Sploosh.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Okay. Maybe we can, Trying to think what would be good to do for like a last little bit on stream. I gotta figure out when Brownie can join us for some more It Takes Two. That would be lovely. I suppose... Yeah, I probably don't want to play any more Shipbreaker because it's going to take too long to take apart a single ship. I could do a little Planet Coaster, but like everybody knows I get way too into that. I could attempt more Untitled Goose Game, like we did during the subathon. Howdy, Bagel Man! What's up? I'm trying to decide what to do for the last little bit of the stream. We were playing some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and I don't think I'm going to be streaming too much longer. A bit of a short stream today, no biggie. And I have been told to potentially wait to start the next one if I'm ending soon. So, howdy. How you doing? Yeah, I'll just do a little bit of Planet Coaster, not too much. Yeah, I kind of figured. Just because of a lot of information dumping and you need to be able to recall stuff. That's fair. Yeah, the less, like, streams I can, like, stretch out a single case for. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of Planet Coaster, but I'm gonna try not to get, like, too into it because, yeah, shorter stream after subathon and whatnot. I love that little intro. I think it's so cute. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, how cute. My background. Look, it's like almost the same color. No, I'm just being weird. Okay. Ooh, I got scenery challenge. Yay. Okay, what have we got? Ah, more litter problems. Okay, we got reveal research. Cool. Reveal research. Try storm. That could be good. Okay. Soaring high, completely gyroscopic. That sounds fun. And then how about some coasters? Maybe dangling delights. That's kind of expensive. We're gonna do one at a time. So let me also take a look at my staff. I feel like maybe I'm losing some people. Oh, wait. Multiple rides are not accessible. Entrance of eruption is not acceptable. Well, yeah, because you have to take the train. But it's okay. It's harder to get to, but it's okay. That's kind of the shtick, you know? I will make it cheaper though. Because if you can make it there, like... Alright, I want to decorate in here a little more. See, look, there's some people who want to ride it. Okay. Let's play for 6 seconds every, like, 60 seconds. Yeah, let's try that. Here we go, same thing over there. Cool. So now we want a small one. Let's put the small one right here. Once again, we'll do this one for 5 seconds every 40 seconds. So we have lava splashes. Nice. Lava pouring versus lava falling. Still don't quite understand what the difference between these two are, but whatever. Not a big deal. We're gonna use them both. How's your hole? It's doing great. I love this hole. I do kind of like the lava falling better. Where'd it go? I just... what? Did I not place it? Okay. No, it's fine. I'll fix that in a second. Seven seconds every 60. Then this one, we'll play it more than 2 seconds, like 4 seconds every 49 seconds. Alrighty, and now okay, now I also want some stalactites and stalagmites. I think I need to make this like a little bit darker. I wanted these two to line up together. Look, it's a column. Okay. I wish there were like a dripping water feature. I don't think there is one. Steam, rain. You can just make it rain horizontally. Okay, this probably isn't gonna work, but let me try something. Before I stick it into the ceiling, I'm just gonna put it there. There we go. Nope, 0.1 seconds is right. All right, that's how we do it. And the reason I'm leaving it sticking out just a little bit is because I would actually like to add a thing here. There we go. Look, a little drip. I like it. Oh, here come the people. You know, I was thinking this should probably be its own, like, roster. So then let's hire a mechanic. And then assign that mechanic to Volcano. Okay. Next up. Yes, this is perfect. Okay, let's actually delete these really quickly. I'm gonna make a path first so I know where the water is, or the lava is going. So we're gonna do a push. We're gonna do like the lowest intensity and just a 1 meter width. And we're gonna, oh, and I want it to use selected. Actually, let's auto paint, because that'll help me see what I'm doing. And then this one, I want to come this way. Right down here to there. And then there I'll have it cascade down into some water. It'll be fun. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop is right. And I'll have this drip down there. Okay. Wah-wah, exactly. Wah. Okay, not bad. I need a bit more terraining right here. It's not quite looking how I want it to look. Let's see if that does better. All right, let's try that. There we go, that's a little better. I think the key though is I actually, well, let me just push it down a little deeper. Because the key is actually that the edges are coming up too much, so I need to like pull this stuff a little more forward. Whoops. Okay, well, I messed that one up. Let me just delete it and put it back in. There we go. This is pretty cool and a lot of work. Like, I'm very surprised at myself how difficult this is. I kind of thought it would be easier. Takes some long-term planning. Ah, long-term planning, you say? You mean that thing I am incapable of doing? Ha ha ha. That's as laughable. All right, back to the magma. Yeah, get some right there. Okay, now back to terrain. Push here. Pull here. Lovely. Push right there. Okay, now let's get a little. I don't really get the difference between the pouring and the. Okay. So now I essentially have to get to this point while making it look natural. So let's actually pull this all the way out here like that. And then we can go back to our scenery, get our little this thingy. Okay. Now back to our terraining. Right there, perfect. Then I could just open this up a little bit. Et voila! That's kind of cool. Ah, what did I do? I don't know what I did, but it's probably fine. Okay, right about there. And then gotta push back the mountain so that it's visible. Let's up this intensity a little bit. Yeah. Lower that intensity again. Lower that. Now push. Pretty cool. Average happiness is declining. Oh no. And then we're going to have a small divot right about here. Where there's some water. Why? Why it no like that? What about this does it not like? How about that? Oh. This is good. See, just like that. I want to make like essentially water, but lava. Okay, so now we need a bit more of these. Let's delete that one actually. Oops. All right, we're getting somewhere. So these two, we are actually going to angle like that. Okay, and now the terraining. Fancy danger water, exactly. You know what's up. Okay, now we pull to hide the imperfections. You know, that one's fine. Nobody can see that one. It's not a huge deal. Unless, can I just move this one up a little bit? Perfect. And then, once again, we just adjust the terrain to cover the imperfections. That's what I'm talking about. And then, all right, one final little thing, which is small, maybe medium lava splash. Let's do medium lava. What's large look like? Medium's probably good. Now I am actually gonna angle this slightly so that it like, oh yeah, look at that. That's amazing. And same thing down here. Oop, not the fire. But this one I actually do think I want the big one. Because also, we're doing a little forced perspective here. Because if it's larger at the bottom than it is at the top, it like, your brain goes, those are the same size. And then, yeah, that's how forced perspective works. No, I think it looks pretty good. All right. I do want to kind of put, like... Actually, I kind of like that. Just a tiny little fire, like, right here. Like, I don't know. There's something flammable, you know? Same with right here. It's just, you know, something caught on fire. Maybe it's just the heat. Yeah, all right. All right, well that feels pretty good. I like it. So there's a little, you know, pretty simple, but oh, this poor guy. Oh, he needs a staff building. Let me give him a staff building really quickly. Oh, this is perfect. This entire building, I'm going to duplicate. Uh-oh. Oh, this is fine. Let me actually take this entire thing and move it right there. Ta-da! And then I will put a door right there. Kind of like that one. Yeah, just like that. And I think it needs an old window too. Just kind of janky, not great window. Like that. Okay. Cool. And now staff building 13, I would like the perk more resilient against being underworked, because this guy's probably gonna be very underworked. Uh-oh, how'd I go into the negatives? What happened? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, I gotta change some prices. Oh no. Snake Charmer is old. Oh no. Oh no, while I was busy making all this stuff, everybody got bored. Oh no. Okay, well that sounds like a problem for another stream, because I did what I wanted to do. But, whoop, what is that? Did anybody see that? I think there's a erroneous, aha! There is an erroneous thingy. Where'd you go? You? Delete. It's a couple thousand degrees. Does it look cool? Yes, absolutely. Back to the park? Not really. I put a ride inside, so that's cool. Oh, now we're making a bit more money. That does sound like a problem for another time, but let me... a lot of damaged things. Replace. Pyramid Serpent is so expensive. Let's decrease that. Oh, this place sucks. Tired, hungry. A lot of oh, another damaged thing? Replace that. Shops. Yeah, there are quite a few that are unstaffed. Let's hire a few more vendors. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and let's save. Just make sure. Wait, that's not right. Oh, that I did this again. Save park. Jungle challenge. Yep, saved today. Okay. Let's call that a day. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, well, this was lovely. Thanks for hanging out with me, even though it was, well, I mean, I reached almost 3 hours. That's not too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat some dinner and go to bed. So you guys do the same. All right, anywho, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I will see you on Thursday. Bye.